There's always an aspect of us that when we feel unloved, in any capacity, in any relationship, when we feel unloved, when we feel mistreated, when we feel somehow disrespected, it's a natural reaction to want revenge.
The year is 2021, and the most iconic thing that happened at the Oscars ceremony this year was not a performance, not a skit, and not even some legendary movie winning an award. It was a slap. Yep, you guys already know that we're talking about the legendary Will Smith slap. Now, the question is, how has it affected Will Smith? Is the guy losing contracts? Or are contracts lining up for him? Let's talk about it. Ever since the iconic Oscar slap happened, the industry has been divided into two categories. People who support Will's decision of protecting his wife from insensitive jokes, and people that think that Will should have taken the joke better, and that letting his emotional side take over and being violent was wrong. On one hand, right after slapping Chris Rock, Will Smith won his first Oscar award for his role as the father of Serena Williams in the movie King Richard. Needless to say, everyone was more than happy, and it won't be wrong to say that no one else deserved the award more than Smith himself. After the Oscar slap, where everyone else was in shock and still trying to wrap their head around the fact that the slap wasn't staged or scripted, the Smith family was happily taking pictures and celebrating their win. It didn't really look like Will regretted his action. Even his son, Jaden Smith, posted a tweet right after the Oscar ceremony where we could tell that the guy was pretty damn smug about the entire incident that took place. The younger Smith posted, "And that is how we do it." So, as you can see, there wasn't any remorse over the entire incident. But as soon as the ceremony was over and people started giving their takes on the incident and how it was wrong of Will to be emotional and give in and resort to violence, maybe the elder Smith realized something. After he smacked Chris Rock and received his Academy Award for Best Actor in King Richard, his acceptance speech was somehow linked to his previous emotional step. Smith tried to explain how people do a lot of stuff in love to protect their loved ones. In his 5-minute-long speech, Smith mentioned how his character Richard Williams also defended his daughters, who grew up to be the goddesses of tennis, Venus and Serena Williams, on several occasions.
Love will make you do crazy things. Now, know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay.
So this was the acceptance speech for his award, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the guy did not regret smacking Rock. Everything seemed smooth, but on Monday, Smith released an apology statement and shocked everyone. At first, everyone can see that Smith wasn't double-minded about his actions, but later on, he posted on Instagram and wrote his apology as the caption. Calling his behavior unacceptable and inexcusable, Smith showed quite a lot of regret and tried to explain why he did what he did. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line, and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. If you guys remember what happened after the Oscar slap, it won't be wrong to say that Smith was very confident and sure of the slap. For those people who don't know, after slapping Chris Rock in front of millions of people, Will went back to his seat right beside a very flabbergasted Lupita Nyong'o and yelled, "Keep my wife's name out of your f***ing mouth." One thing about the Smiths, they will always take a stand for their women. Back when famous YouTuber Shane Dawson was exposed for masturbating to a poster of a very young and minor Will Smith, both Will and Jaden were very vocal and aggressive about the entire thing. Needless to say, this time, when Jada was the butt of the joke, Will didn't hesitate at all before taking a step. Now, even if the apology might not seem sincere, a lot of people have reacted quite harshly to the entire incident. Some people even demanded that he should lose his award for King Richard as a punishment for displaying violence on stage in front of millions of people. A lot of people were very defensive about how usually when award shows like this are watched, it is for refreshment and relaxation, and coming across violent incidents like this can have a very traumatizing effect. Later, on a Friday afternoon, Smith announced in a public statement that he will be resigning from his position at the Academy. Not only did he apologize to Chris Rock, but he also addressed the Academy in his statement. The Men in Black star stated in his note, "The Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching all around the world, as well as the family of tennis stars Venus and Serena Williams, and those involved with the film for which I won the Best Actor award on Sunday. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress," he added. Shortly after the entire incident, the Academy tweeted from their official Twitter account, "The Academy does not condone violence in any form. Tonight, we are delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners, who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers all around the world." A day or two later, they issued a stronger statement where they mentioned how further actions will be taken according to their bylaws, standards of conduct, and California law. Sheesh! All the guy did was take a stand when someone was being insensitive and disrespectful to his wife, and people like Amy Schumer are acting as if they witnessed a murder. And honestly, it's like every single person on this planet has a say on this matter. Even Alec Baldwin, the guy who was responsible for an actual death on his set, had a say on how violent this entire situation was. Also, right after he slapped Chris Rock and received an award for his performance in King Richard, the audience gave him a standing ovation. Apparently, the standing ovation offended Jim Carrey a lot. As The Masked star said, all the celebrities who stood up and applauded Will Smith are spineless, and he was sickened by the entire standing ovation. Because of several opinions that are making Will Smith as guilty as a serial killer for an action as simple as taking a stand when someone was being insensitive and disrespectful to his wife, Smith has had to suffer quite a lot. After resigning from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Smith has had to suffer quite a few consequences of his heated step. But what does resignation mean? Well, it means that despite everyone's efforts to make him give up his award for Best Actor in King Richard, Smith gets to keep the award. The Academy acknowledges the fact that no matter how wrong and emotional his step was, nothing can change the fact that he worked very hard and gave a very polished, emotional, and brief performance in King Richard. There are a lot of other questions, like will he be invited to future Oscar ceremonies? The answer is yes. What happened was most probably and hopefully a one-time thing, and the Academy is taking legal, moral, and physical actions to ensure justice. But in the future, if the jury considers Will Smith worthy of nomination, then nothing can stop him from attending the ceremony. Then, where did he have to suffer for his consequences? I mean, he can still get invited and nominated for an Oscar. Well, here is where it hurts a little. Due to his resignation from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Will Smith is no longer a voting member. After earning a disciplinary hearing notice from the Academy, Smith seemed very regretful of his actions and apologized directly to Chris Rock and everyone else. My actions at the 94th Academy Award presentation were shocking, painful, and inexcusable. The list of those I have hurt is long and includes Chris, his family, many of my dear friends and loved ones, all those in attendance, and global audiences at home. Not only that, but Chris was also attentive to the fact that a lot of winners were overshadowed and their win was undermined by the drama that took place. Still, nothing can make up for what happened, but an apology is the only thing that he could do, and of course he did that. Smith stated, "I want to put the focus back on those who deserve attention for their achievements and allow the Academy to get back to the incredible work it does to support creativity and artistry in film." Alright folks, that was all for today's video. Click on one of the 2 videos on your screen right now.